stamping friends, it's Becky Roberts with Inky in Idaho. Today I'm going to show you how to make these little fun bouquets of flowers. So this is what they look like once they're on the card. They're all just individual little flowers that are just kind of put together in the watering can and in the basket. And this is from a new set from Honeybee Stamps called Spring Bouquets. So it has all different leaves and flowers in the watering can and the basket. And they're all just kind of neutral flowers that you can just pile together. They're not necessarily specific styles that you have to know what the flower is in order to make. It's just paper, so we're going to have fun. All right, I'm going to set these aside and we are going to get busy. I have several flowers that I've already pre-cut, and I kind of decided on a theme of what colors I wanted to go with, and that's what we're going to start with. So what you need is either just a piece of foam or a mouse pad, and then you need a stylus. This one has a little bit bigger ball on it, makes it a little bit easier to use. And then I have a set of tweezers so that I can help myself pick them up. So for the flowers, I'm going to create a little bit of dimension in them so that they have some little bit of dimension, basically, so that you can see them and they pop up off the card a little bit better as opposed to just being flat layered cardstock. So I'm going to do that by putting this ball stylus on the back of these tulip and kind of create it so that it becomes kind of puffy. And then I'm going to take some glue dots, put it on this front part, put that right on the tulip, and he's done. This one is just a fun little flower that we're going to create some little movement in by turning it circular. So we'll put the glue dot on that one. And then the center is 2 pieces. So I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to pick up the glue dot and put it here first, and then pick up this and do the same thing again. Put a glue dot right there in the center. I'm going to fold it a little bit because this one is quite a bit smaller. And then just press on it. And that one is done. And then we're going to do 2 more. I'm going to kind of do them all at the same time. Okay, and then we have this one, which is like a little daisy kind of flower. And I'm going to turn it over, and on the back side I'm going to kind of shape these petals so that they go down. See how they go down? Put a glue dot on there. And then I'm going to off-center this so that it looks a little fuller. Now I'm going to take it and make the center, push on the center so that it goes down, petals go out. All right, I think for this one we'll do this way. And just really make them round. And again, I'm going to try to offset this. There we go. And then put the centers in. And I chose to do 2 different colors of centers. I did a brown and then a yellow. You can do just 1 color or 2. You can do whatever you want to do. There's all different sizes of little circles. See, all of these little circles are all center flower centers. So you can do whatever you want to do with that. All right, so I'm going to squish him up a little bit. And it's just paper. You can't really ruin it unless you rip it. If you do something to it and you don't like it, just flatten it back out. Nothing to be afraid of. And flowers are not necessarily perfect in nature, so it doesn't really matter if they're perfect when we make them either. Okay, so now we have a little daisy looking flower. All right, I have a couple of others that I've done over here ahead of time. And now we're going to get ready to put them together in our basket. So I have just cut literally some scraps. As you can see, they're all different widths, slightly different. And I just cut some green to put on some stems. It doesn't really even matter what color you use because they're not going to show that much. And I'm just putting the stem on the flower. And what this is, so we can just hang on to them when we arrange them in our basket. If you are going to put your flowers directly in your basket and directly onto your card, you wouldn't necessarily need to do this because you could just glue them right where you want them. But I'm only making this piece for right now just to show you how to do it. So I'm making some stems, basically, like I said, just as handles. All right, so now I have the basket, which is this die cut right here, and then this is the flowering can. So I cut this out of silver paper, and we may or may not use that one today, I don't know. So I'm going to just start putting my flowers in here the way that I would arrange a bouquet in real life, you know, how you want things to be different levels. What do you think? Are we good? All right, this is the highly technical part. Are you ready? This is how you secure all your flowers. Pick it up. Now they are going to move, but we're going to put them back where they were. Let me grab a piece of Scotch tape, and I'm just going to tape them to the back and cut off everything that would be hanging over. All right, so since we didn't put that tape down really super tight, we can still kind of arrange these a little bit the way we want them because they do move when you pick them up. And that's good enough. Okay, so now what I did is I cut a bunch of the leaves in two different greens. As you can see here, there's these two long leaves, and then there are all sorts of little leaves that you can use. Some of them might be flower petals, some of them might be leaves, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because we're going to make flowers out of them and leaves out of them. So it is what it is. All right. Let's just start in putting some of these long ones in here. I know with tulips, you have one that goes in front of the tulip and one that goes behind the tulip. Because I've colored enough tulip stamps to know that that's how it works. So we'll put those in. And then we need some little ones. I'm just going to put a crease in this so that we can fold it a little bit. And secure him under there. Now we have these firm looking ones. So let's take one of those and see what it looks like in here. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put it behind that flower though. I'm gonna put my glue dot on the front because I'm hoping that it'll land somewhere on the back of the basket. There we go. Give a little greenery back there. How's it looking? Looks good. We're getting there. All right, we're gonna break up a little greenery up here. And then again, you can just keep playing with it, messing with it, see where you want everything to be. And then the last thing I did was tie a little bow, and I cut it down, and I'll put a glue dot behind it, and then I'm going to put it so that it's on the handle of the basket. So that is our little basket of flowers. And then you can just put it right on top of a card. Pretty fun, huh? There's a couple of other things I want to show you about making the flowers here. This, let me bring this in. This is just a pile of, probably these are leaves, but I don't know. Today they're going to be flower petals. So I'm just going to show you a fun way to put together another flower if you want to do something that's a little bit larger. So I'm using this flower right here as my base, and I would actually just use my liquid glue, but we're going to do glue dots just for the sake of the camera. And I'm going to put it on each one of these just so that you can keep them spaced evenly. So there's one layer, and you can stop right there if you want to, or you can offset a top layer, which is what I did. And I'm just going to go in between each one of these. So now you have a little double layer flower, and we can do a center. And again, I'm just choosing 2 colors. You can do whatever colors you want, or not, or layers or not layers. You can do just one. And then you have a larger flower if that's something that you want to do for a project that you have, that's maybe you just want to put one flower on a card. And you could just put some greenery in, something like that, and it would be different. I have a couple of other flowers to show you that I made, and this is if you just put them on the mouse pad and you want to create some dimension with them. You can do it before or after you curl them, whichever you want, or you stack them. I mean, you can curl them later or at the beginning. Just put some pressure on these, and then that gives it just a little bit of dimension as opposed to the flat. So you have lots of options. There are a lot of different petal styles. You could do a flower in all of these, this shape. You could probably figure out how to do some in this shape if you wanted to. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of choices with the new Spring Bouquet by Honeybee Stamps. Thanks, you guys. For more inspiration, you can visit my blog at www.inkinidaho.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.